Great moments are born from great opportunities, and that is exactly what you have here tonight, ladies. That is what you have earned through sweat, sacrifice, every practice, every sprint, every late night grind. All of it brought you to this. One game, one rival, one shot. If we play Mead 10 times, they may win 9, but not tonight, not this game. Tonight we run them. We press, we fight, we lock in, and we shut them down because we know how. Because we are tougher, smarter, and we have worked for this. Tonight we are the best team on the field. Welcome in everybody to the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Ian McKendry. Alongside me is Sergio Marquez. Sergio, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
We're back up here in the booth. How you doing, Sergio?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. We're here, ready to go. It is the rivalry special tonight against Mead. One of our favorite times of the year. You know, me and you did the boys game.
Against Mead.
Against Mead on our senior night.
Hunter scored.
Hunter did score. Big moment for, you know, not just GBN, but also that soccer program.
Yeah.
Hunter scored a banger, and I'll forever remember that moment. But, man, yeah, Sergio, it's been a hot minute. You haven't really got a chance to see the girls this year. Are you ready? How's it going? How you doing?
Yeah, it's definitely different from seeing him on my phone than seeing it on here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a different atmosphere to actually be up here in the booth. But yeah, I'm excited. First game back, and, you know, you want to take a look at your keys for tonight's game for, you know, the keys to succeed.
Yeah. Transition fast from offense to defense. You need to be able to transition fast and be on your toes. Be ready to move when you can.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the thing we've struggled with thus far this season is we haven't really been able to get, you know, defense into offense or offense into defense very fast. We've been slow to catch up, and then ultimately we let in a few goals, and we don't want that tonight, especially not against our rivals in our own house. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, just give constant pressure. Complete passes. I've seen on multiple gameplays where the passes get intercepted, you know, and also passes where you could take advantage. For example, from a throw-in, you could take advantage, go offside, because it won't be offside. It's a throw-in.
Exactly, and utilize those opportunities. We talked about it, me and Mason. We talked about utilizing those set pieces, and that is exactly what you need to do. You got to make sure that you can use those options and hopefully score some goals tonight.
Make a run.
Yeah, exactly.
Finish strong. This team struggles a lot with finish strong. They have a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances to be able to score, but that problem is not finishing or having that need of chemistry with each other.
Yeah, I mean, we need to definitely finish strong. We've had a few opportunities to score this season, and we haven't really got that opportunity to do so. And like you said, just to make sure that we can actually do that is going to be the key to tonight's game and hopefully, you know, win the game.
I hope so.
I mean, we only have 10 goals on the season. We've talked about struggling to score. And it's definitely going to be one of those things tonight where it's going to have to be you either play really good defensively or you're going to have to really, really be offensive pushing. You can't really let me get their rhythm going early. Me and Mason talk about it all the time. We got to start strong. But the last few games, I mean, we haven't really started well. It always comes down to, you know, the second half when we start doing better and we start scoring later in the first half, start of the second half. We just got to dominate in those categories and hopefully come away with the win tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely going to be fun.
This team is also full of young talent.
Yeah, Frederick, we have a young team.
And it's also just the needing of chemistry together.
Yeah, we are definitely a young team. There's only 2 seniors on this team. There's really only 2 seniors on this team that are pretty prominent in the lineup. Besides that, it's really a young team, and it's just going to be one of those future references to see how they can play right now to transition into that next level, as we will set it down on the field for the national anthem. As we are back up here in the booth, just waiting to see both sides getting announced, their team, their starters. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be an exciting one. There's a lot going on here at FHS today. Quite a few events. Baseball going on across the field away from us. We can see them. We've got tennis going on behind us. Play rehearsals inside the building. What else? There's a lot going on right now. And then you obviously got the soccer game here that we are here covering. But it's definitely going to be a fun night tonight. Hopefully, both sides give us a good fight, good equal, battle. And I don't know. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Ultimately, I think if Frederick wants to win this game, they have to score first. They have to be the more prominent team in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they really need to take over the field.
Without that, we kind of struggle, and then we have to play, defensive, and then we have to do those transitions, like you said, which is not really necessarily a bad thing. But we don't want to have to be having to transition the entire game. We want to control the possession in our offensive zone and ultimately score some goals. I mean, we only have 10 goals on the season, like I mentioned. But against Greeley West, we scored 5 of those goals. 5-1 game. Rickman almost had a hat trick in that game. It was very impressive. Yeah, so look out for 14.
Now please put your hands together for the starting Golden Eagles.
Yeah, look out for Brooklyn, the freshman. She is definitely a dominant player. Her sister in the back line up there, she plays defense. The other one plays attack. So, I mean, that's a good balance to have a Rickman on both sides.
Yeah, chemistry for a long while.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, especially because both Rickmans aren't neither of them are really seniors. So it's, you've got Brooklyn, who's a freshman, she's our leading goal scorer. She probably is one of our best players on the pitch. Then you got her sister, who's a junior, who's heading into her senior year next year, still developing. It's definitely a fun thing to do. It's definitely fun to watch, to see sisters on the same field together. And, I mean, they definitely probably enjoy being on the pitch together as much as one could,
Yeah, for sure.
As we just hear our starting team. As they huddle up, just waiting to get to kickoff here. Sergio, what did you kind of see from warm-ups? You were scouting them out. What were you seeing out in there?
I've seen those passing drills.
Yeah,
those passing drills really caught my eye, yeah.
It's always fun to watch Briggs also in the net warm-up. She's, they get as close as they can to her, try to give her some harder shots to save. And Briggs has really been kind of the central stone of this team. She's been really the centerpiece of this team. And, she has the best view of the pitch. She can see the entire field from where she stands. And so you definitely want to listen to her. And for her to be, a sophomore as a starting goalkeeper, you have to be able to, speak, be loud, and be prominent out there. You have to definitely be a top player.
Yeah.
And that is definitely what we have seen out of Avery Briggs. And it's going to be another exciting night here as we're just waiting kickoff to begin this match. I think if you're Frederick here, what are you doing here, Sergio? Are you starting off heavy on tack, or are you trying to, keep it back? And
I say just get to know the team, get to know Mead, and really just observe and watch how they step up or attack on you.
As we started off here, Mead controls it in their back line. Frederick trying to bring the pressure on, so they're trying to go heavy offensive to start. Mead having a little run opportunity. Frederick stumps it in that back line. Mead controls at the midfield area now. Katie Adler was controlling it. That is their number 1 player. Katie Adler, 13 goals on the season. She's definitely a prominent player on this team, so if we're going to want to win, we're going to have to try to lock her down. Controlling it now, Mead. Gets that ball on through it. A good job there by Frederick.
Just clearing the ball, not taking any chances.
Yeah, Phoebe Rule sent that one out. And here comes Frederick trying to push the pace down the pitch now. And Mead goes down. And they're going to call a foul there. Carolyn Cron goes down, the senior. So now free kick for Mead. This is going to be I'm expecting this one to be more of a chippy battle. You know, it is a rivalry game, so there's going to probably be a couple extra bumps here and there. It's just going to be depending on how the refs let it happen. That ball skipped all the way through. Briggs traps it, controls, and does a good job blocking that one down.
Frederick should also try trapping players on those outside-ish parts, because these Mead players are more on the inside, and it's going to be a struggle to cross it over to the inside.
Yeah, they definitely, from what we've seen so far, is they like to go down the middle. So you got to force them outside, try to make them cross it. And, you know, that's with a lot of these high school teams. They don't really have the leg strength yet to try to get those crosses in the box as prominent as you want them to be. So you want to force them outside, like you said, and do exactly that. Mead bringing it in. Frederick's line. A lot of defenders back there. That shot going wide. And Briggs just watches it go. She goes to grab the new ball. Frederick right now, they got to create the space and get those passing lanes, like you said, open. They got to try to find a way to open up some lanes. They got to get it past midfield, really, to start that opportunity.
Frederick's starting super aggressive, two-man cover.
Yeah, they're playing heavy off on the defense, and they're trying not to let me get any shot. That shot goes into the back line of Frederick. And a second chance shot corralled by Briggs. As there are quite a few people here, Sergio. They're starting to pile in more and more as the night goes on.
It's going to be a rowdy one.
I mean, it does seem to be like it's packing up. Mead on the push now down the far wing side. Frederick steps in there, sends that one wide. And now here they come on the offensive chance. Brooklyn Rickman on the run. She's taking on a 1v3 out wide, trying to get there herself, but got trapped and wasn't able to go anywhere.
Mead's formation can be an upside, or it could go really bad, depending on Frederick's formation. They're playing 3-3-4.
Yeah.
Should work out fine.
That ball skips on out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Frederick. We were talking about this earlier, trying to utilize these throw-ins. Strojan on the throw-in. They've got to find a way to use them and open up the offensive opportunities. That one just goes the wrong direction. Mead will get the throw now. They send it pretty far down. Strojan using the header. Fiver chases that ball out wide. It's just going to hop, skip, and go out of bounds. So another throw-in for me. They're slowly making their way up the pitch. Using the body to trap that ball down. Now they send it to the middle. High stepping through Frederick's team. Going all the way across, trying to open up the lane. Nice pass. Got intercepted there by Frederick. Would have been a pretty good opportunity if they would have made the play on the ball.
She definitely saw the vision, but just didn't execute it right.
Yeah, that ball just did not go to where she needed it to. That ball crossed towards the center of the box. Nobody really there, and that ball gets sent out of bounds. Sergio, it's quite a warm day out today. It's pretty nice. It's cool. The temperature's starting to drop a little bit. The wind is coming down. But it's been a lot better weather than a couple of the games that we have broadcast.
Oh, yeah, snowy games, too?
Snow, rain. We had very windy weather. So we've definitely broadcasted in the elements this year. Addison Schaefer, another one of Frederick's prominent goal scorers, checking in now. Gets that substitution on the pitch. Briggs sent that one down, hit Frederick's back line, got intercepted. Frederick's still fighting to try to get that ball. And Schaefer right off the bench and into the action already. It's Katie Alder controlling. Frederick trying to defend Mead, and dangerous opportunity. Mead almost had a chance for what could have probably been a penalty kick if he didn't see her.
Frederick really needs to come together and fill those gaps that they're leaving open.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they are struggling right now to try to open up these opportunities. And here's a big set piece opportunity for Mead as they get the corner kick. Natalie Justin with the kick. Ball misses a bunch of feet, hits down. Mead gets it from outside the box and sends it right through the uprights. It is good. Frederick on the goal kick. The goal kick now. Trying to push it down, but Mead really, that midfield has not allowed him to get really past into Mead's defensive line. Good ball down the wing. It's going to just be a little too much. So it will be a Frederick goal kick as well. Pretty prominent start by Mead offensively. They've had a lot of pressure and put up a lot of opportunities. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net yet. The goal kick now by Briggs. Meets Mead's midfield as Schaefer tried to go running with it, but just missed it. Mead again pushing it down the wing. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Frederick throw. Bodies are getting on the ground. People are hopping some fences down there. Mead pushing it from their midfield now, trying to open up the opportunity. Frederick does have a lot of defenders back there. Briggs takes a shot. Weird bounce. Corralled it, though. Briggs has already taken on quite a few shots here.
Yeah, it's not bad. She's been precise all these shots.
I mean, it's a lot more than the shots you want to take to start the game. It's not even been 10 minutes yet, and she's taken on, I think, 4 or 5 shots. So
Frederick's really struggling with possession.
Yeah, they need to get that ball and get them into the offense. Rickman chasing down. Lexi Van Dyke in that back line, trying to force her off. That name is pretty familiar. She plays basketball for Mead as well, so we've heard that name quite a few times. As here comes Mead, slowly moving it. Addison Martinez forced Fiver to push that one out of bounds. Natalie Jostin gets that throw in pretty short. Van Dyke, beautiful ball into the box. Briggs is going to be there and saved it from going in the net. Dangerous opportunity.
Yeah, she just waited a little too long.
I mean, what looked to try to be a corner, or sorry, not a corner, what looked to be a cross into the box ended up turning into almost a goal. So dangerous opportunity. Corner kick coming up, sends it into the box. Hits a Mead leg, trying to control the possession. Down goes Frederick, and that shot is wide of the net. It will be a goal kick for Briggs.
Those goal kicks really relieve some pressure and really help them just get back centered.
Yeah, regroup, recuperate. You know, you've had, I think, 3 or 4 already. You don't really want to have to keep getting those. The other Rickman, Hayden Rickman back there taking those goal kicks. That's a pretty good leg. That ball sent to the midfield now, trying to control it is Frederick. It's going to be a throw-in for Frederick. Couldn't tell if that was intentional for Mead to send that ball out of bounds or not, because it did look kind of intentional. Set now, Frederick can't control the pace. Chasing down some Mead defensive players. Chance to turn the corner now. Frederick in a foot race down the side. In a foot race that Frederick can't win. Mead in the wing now, and then she's going to get called offsides. That one's coming back for Mead. That's a really, really close call. It's hard to call those in, these high school sports unless it's pretty obvious. But, we don't have the VAR systems to, check the
It's right or
call.
not.
Yeah, exactly.
Frederick really needs to up their percentage of passes being made.
Yeah, I think also just trying to complete those passes, too, to the right side has been their struggle tonight, and they haven't really found the rhythm that they need to if they want to try to win this game.
I mean, what happens is they want the best outcome, but it's not the safest outcome.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Frederick, I would start playing more aggressive. I'd start going in, trying to force Mead to make mistakes beyond Mead's tails, not allow him to go really anywhere for an opportunity. Off the body, nice control from Frederick. Ball bounces out of bounds. Mead will get that throw in. Van Dyke on the throw. That one goes out of bounds. It's still going to be a Mead throw, so they're slowly moving it down the pitch. Throw in after throw in. Mead running some trickery, trying to get Frederick to lose their minds. As Strojan sent that one out of bounds. Good job controlling it and getting rid of it.
Frederick looks super tired and outpaced.
Yeah, they seem like they're not really sticking with Mead. Mead doing a good job again with that trickery, trying to get someone into that back line, utilizing, the null offsides on the throw, and they've done it pretty well so far. Another throw in for Mead. High stepping, sends it. Centering. Opportunity for Mead. Having a back check. Shot from way outside. It's going to go up and over again. So Mead not really attacking the box yet. They've been taking shots from outside.
Fredericks need to be careful. I mean, those little mistakes, like not being up on the person that's shooting, is crucial. You never know.
I mean, they're definitely struggling to close off the midfield in front of the net, in front of the box, really. They haven't been able to close down and not allow Mead to try to get some shots on goal. So, like you said, you got to close down those lanes and not open up those
Play
opportunities.
more aggressive.
Exactly. Mead into the box now, tries to get the cross. No one there. Frederick receives it, sends it on out. Rickman was hoping for a bounce past the line to get it and go with it, but nothing coming for her.
Taking a big touch there.
Big opportunity now. Frederick trying to push Mead to backtrack, but Mead's defensive line is doing a great job not allowing anything. Backline defense for Frederick trying to get it out. Here comes Mead once again, though. Trying to turn the corner, open up the pace. And that one's sent out of bounds. Good job by Rickman to chase it and send it out. Mead, nice move that time. Katie Adler sends it on into the middle. Trying to turn the corner, open up the opportunity. Shot from outside is wide of the net once again. Briggs just waiting for that shot to come to her.
So far, Mead has struggled to put the shots on target, and Frederick's struggling to even put shots up.
Yeah, Frederick has not had a shot in the game, not even a shot on goal. They're struggling right now. That ball sent, lost her footing in that back line. Rickman trying to chase her down, commanding that team coming around her, trying to tell them where to be and when to go. And Mead struggling to keep it in. It's a big opportunity for Frederick if they can try to find a way to get this possession deeper inside Mead's territory. That's probably the deepest they've been down in Mead's territory. They haven't had a chance to control, though. Mead bringing it up the pace now down the left wing side. Opening up the opportunity, trying to go down the middle again. Screeching on through. Dumps it off, Van Dyke. Sends it into the box. Nice knuckleball down in, and Mead just cannot connect with it. So it just rolls its way out of bounds.
Nice Trivella there.
Goal kick once again, Rickman. Sizing it up. Mead come away with it, bringing it down now. Van Dyke stepping through. She's really been all around the best player so far for Mead. She's been all over the pitch. Driving it in now. Frederick can't really do much there. Ball going out of wide. Trying to open up the opportunity and absolutely skies it through the uprights once again.
Frederick just allowing so much shots to be being put up, let alone what comes next is what's scary.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really had too many shots on goal, but they've had plenty of shots, a plethora. And the more and more they're going to take, the more and more they're going to start creeping towards the net.
Yeah.
But it's been a kind of a rinse and repeat.
Super pressured.
Yeah, it's been pretty rinse and repeat right now for Frederick and Mead. It's been Frederick gets the goal kick, they send it down, Mead gets the possession, and then Frederick has to play, defense. And then Frederick gets an opportunity here. Schaefer stepping, finds Rickman. Rickman trying to feed it back through. Schaefer on through. Can she beat out the defender? The defender comes in. No foul call. Down goes Schaefer. It's going to be Frederick's possession.
Looked like there was no ball there.
That was pretty contact. That was 2 going into 1. And physics shows that's not going to come out well for Schaefer. Throwing deep inside from Frederick's offensive territory. This is where Frederick starts to shine if they can try to get a chance to put the ball in the net here. Schaefer. And Frederick lose it. Ball bounces out of bounds.
Frederick is also struggling with loading up one side of the pitch, leaving the other side of the pitch open.
Which could turn really, really detrimental when it comes time for Mead to get that counterattack. They can use that side of the pitch. That ball sent down. Mead gets that header, sends it on out. Frederick pushing the pace, though, still sticking with it. Strojan trying to find Rickman down the line. Rickman gets through. Rickman looking for the cross inside the box. Nobody there to connect for Frederick on the opposite side. Oh, takes a foot pretty high up there. I just think that foot might not have made enough contact there. Rule sends it on down. And Frederick's getting those opportunities now. The doors are starting to open, but they just got to make sure that door stays open. Frederick miss up. Mead, come on down. Frederick's defense all over him. And they call a foul. The slide tackle does not prevail. As a foul called.
It was a good attempt.
What a rough tackle. That looked pretty clean from up here. I mean, if you're going to call that, you might as well call the other end. I mean, you got to be looking at it from both sides, though. That other opportunity for Schaefer where she got, kind of sandwiched. And that didn't get called. So the opportunities now
have to be even.
They got to be even. Good job by Frederick, though, to stay composed. Kind of just shake it off and get back to going. Here's that free kick now. Madeline Wright, the junior, sizing it up. Maybe taking a chance to shoot this one in the back of the net, trying to open up that opportunity. Here's the free kick low, and Briggs lost it, jumps on it, regains it. Good save there for Briggs.
One of her bigger saves from a mistake back to her fixing the mistake.
Yeah, I mean, that was took a wrong bounce off the chest. She just couldn't corral it, so played the rebound and did a good job playing that rebound. Briggs, nice sent down now on the goal kick.
Briggs needs to stop sending it down and just putting it.
She got to play it short.
Yeah.
Get the opportunity and start setting them up. But Frederick hasn't really been able to, because in the air, Mead has won it in the air 9 times out of 10, so Frederick really needs to find a way to get the ball. Schaefer chases her wide. Mead controlling it, though, far side of your screen. Trying to open up the opportunities once again. Frederick stepping through, multiple defenders in that way. So nothing really coming there. Adler stepping through, nice send in, and Mead missed the net once again.
Try to do an easy tap and just didn't go too well.
I mean, Mead has definitely had those opportunities for those tap-in goals, but they haven't really been able to capitalize on them. And that's what we talked about in your keys was finishing.
Yeah.
And right now, that could go for a key for both sides. Both sides really need to learn how to finish and open up those opportunities.
She misplaced her foot and it just went the wrong way.
Exactly. Frederick played it in the air again. They couldn't get the possession back. Frederick pushing the pace now, trying to get the offensive opportunities. But they're just playing kind of a keep-away game right now. Mead is doing that. A little over halfway gone in this first half. Frederick Mead knotted at 0-0 each.
Try to do a 1-2, just didn't work out too well.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. She's hearing it from her teammate right there. She told her you got to keep running with that. Just didn't. Rule in that back line sends it on down. Mead stepping in, hit a body of a Frederick defender, but Briggs once again corrals it. I think Briggs has the most touches for Frederick right now. Which is probably not great if you're the goaltender.
Just take a big touch.
Yeah, you got to create some opportunities. That ball sent on down. Ken Rickman beat him out. And it seems like every time that ball gets sent down, Frederick just doesn't have the numbers.
Yeah, they really struggle on transitioning, like I said.
I think it's really the balance, too, of trying to have the same amount of offense as you do defense. So that ball gets sent way down. It's going to keep on rolling. As I believe there was a foul called. And the ref was very, very confused on why that ball was sent so far down. Standing there kind of dumbfounded.
Ball went off the ref's foot.
So they're going to play a drop ball. Mead wins. Right now, Mead is just inching closer and closer into a goal-scoring opportunity. But Frederick has to find an opening. As a nice ball through, Mead turning, lost it in her footing, Martinez. There's another goal kick for Frederick. Or sorry, throw in for Mead. Van Dyke, one-on-one now. Nice move. As Frederick steps up from that back line, sends that one on out.
She was just trying to look for the person open in the box. And there was just no opportunities found.
I mean, they're using that set piece. Mead is really using that set piece, trying to open up those opportunities. Frederick doing a good job defending, not allowing them to get much closer, but they really have to find a way to close down the lanes. Ormsby sends that one on back.
Frederick trying to pressure on touch. It's just not working for them.
Haas trying to get in there. That ball sent in. Pretty well played ball. Mead trips their own teammate. And Frederick moving it down the wing. Haas chasing. Mead's a defensive line. Mead, when they go into offensive mode, they really only have two defenders back. And then they really have Van Dyke kind of playing a midfield defending role where she'll drop back. Shot on Briggs. Corralled once again. Briggs is playing very well so far tonight.
It's working really well for Mead, going in from the outside and trying to finish kind of on the outside of the goal.
Yeah, they're kind of staying outside the box when they're shooting these shots. And it's kind of detrimental for them. They can't really find the back of the net like that, but if the opportunity's there, they're going to take it.
Yeah. They have time.
Van Dyke sent that one wide. She had someone down the wing pretty open. Just didn't play it to her, so Mead missing kind of an opportunity there. Frederick with a quick substitution. Need volunteer hours, want to help our community, then you should join Key Club. Key Club is an international organization dedicated to service. Join us after school on the second and fourth Monday of each month in room E118. Briggs plays it out of the air again. She's trying to go wide, put a little too much on it. Frederick got the touch, but it goes out of bounds.
She's trying something new at least.
Yeah, she's trying to play it wide rather than trying to play it towards the middle of the field where most of the players are, which is not going to open up many opportunities for Frederick like that.
It's also taking light touches, not no heavy touches, creating space in between you and the ball.
Yeah, they definitely have to open those, in the air fights as well. Van Dyke from way outside. Missed it wide again. She really likes to shoot that ball.
Addison Martinez also just trying to get that other opportunity, just going for the tap.
Yeah, I mean, some of these shots that we keep seeing from Van Dyke are also might be some passage to that far side for some tap-in opportunities. That ball hitting Mead. His leg. Mead in that back line now. Frederick chasing it back. There's Van Dyke once again. Stepping on through. Frederick gets in the way. Sends it down. Brooklyn Rickman trying to turn the corner. Sees a defender. Still playing, kind of a 1v3 down there by herself, trying to get someone down there with her. On a run now, Martinez. Moving it. Good physical play by both sides. And Frederick does a good job of forcing Mead to not get a shot there. Jostin stepping up for the corner kick now. This will be Mead's third corner kick. Trying to use that opportunity now.
Just going to look for the cross.
Pretty well sent in ball. Hitting a couple bodies. Mead coming away with it. Sent towards the middle. Nobody on the other side to receive it, so Mead has to backtrack. Now playing it inside the box. Send it back. Kind of regrouping now. High stepping through. Frederick in the way there. Sends it out. Rickman trying to play it out of the air. But right now, Frederick has struggled to play the ball in the air. They haven't really won the battles. Now Frederick works it up the pitch. Rickman.
Frederick's also trying to rush it up there.
Yeah, they're not really slowing down, taking their time. Which, I mean, in a game that would be, 2-0, 3-0, or 1-0, really, you can try to push the pace because you want to try to score that equalizer. Yeah. But in a game that's 0-0, there's no reason to really push.
Yeah.
I know you want to be aggressive, but sometimes if you take a step back, become the, sit in the passenger seat for a second and just try to open those opportunities, you get a good opportunity. Briggs with it now. Waiting. She sends out one deep down in the midfield. Mead meets it in the air. And Frederick now waiting for that opportunity. They're running a kind of a one striker with Rickman all by herself up there. Contact that time is going to cause Frederick to go down.
It ain't working on Frederick's part.
That's Sage Mares, one of the captains, going down. Ref signaling. Ref signaling that he wants the clock to stop. Frederick now on the free kick, pretty well sent down. Rickman has to chase. Frederick finally having some numbers down there. Can they do something with this opportunity? Mead kicks it out of bounds. So a throw-in for Frederick. This is where Frederick struggles, is they can't really do much with those throw-ins in their own offensive zone. So they really got to find something here.
They really need to pressure that box, too. They're just outnumbered by Mead.
Quite a few substitutions for Frederick there. 3 on, 3 off. Throw in now. Can Frederick find the back of the net here? Send in Frederick wins it. Backtracking. Shot from way outside. Just wide. Big opportunity from Frederick. As Sage Mares almost nets the first one of the day.
She saw she was open. She saw the momentum of the ball.
Might as well take the shot. Ugh. Good stepping up to that ball, making that play. Just a bit outside. Frederick trying to keep that momentum now, trying to turn it into offense, but Adler bringing it down herself, stepping through the entire Frederick defensive line, still going on her horse. Shot saved by Briggs.
Briggs is really a huge key part to this team, bringing it all together.
Yeah, I agree. She's definitely a key piece for Frederick, and she has definitely dominated this time so far. Here comes Mead, working it around, opening it up down inside the box. Shot from outside. Briggs corrals once again. Briggs controls. Sent up and off. Mead trying to control Rickman, stepping in front, making a play. Rickman trying to run down the line, doing it all herself.
It's working. I'm telling you, that one striker formation ain't working. They need to have people up there ready.
And Rickman, you know, when she sees that somebody's there with her, she can kind of work it and do a better opportunity to try to score.
Yeah.
Frederick keeping that pressure on Mead right now, kind of trapping him in that back corner. Mead does a good job pushing it up the pitch now, trying to open up some opportunities on their counter strike. You got a runner down that wing. Surprising he didn't go there. Big opportunity now for Mead as they sneak through. Shot is in the net there. That is Adler. Katie Adler gets the first one there for Mead.
The separation from Frederick and the ball was just too much, allowing them to get through.
Yeah, not the opportunity you want to have as if you're a Frederick there.
Slowly breaking down the defense.
Start right back up. So Frederick, they're not going to try to let that goal undermine them. They were trying to get back into it, try to push the pace and keep it rolling. They had a big shot opportunity, their really only shot of the game. And that was a tough opportunity for Briggs to try to save that one. Schaefer stepping, using her body language, trying to keep her in front. Geist had it. That ball gets through. Mead in their back line. Controls. That's Addison Blick, the first time we've said her name tonight for Mead. With the goal kick now.
It's an absolute boot.
Yeah, well hit. Frederick backtracking. Trying to play from their own end. Hit off a Mead leg. Throw in there from Strojan. Guys trying to step in front. Make an opportunity to block Mead. But Mead doing a good job right now, dominating, trying to stay ahead. And Briggs all over that one.
The through pass is really working for Mead and just getting some separation from the defender and the striker.
That ball hits off a Frederick leg. Goes out of bounds. Should be Mead throw. As Briggs corralling that one. Holding it now, trying to open up something. And sends that one pretty well struck that time. Mead got in front of it though. Frederick just really have to try to find a way to get through.
Trying to find the ball with your. Trying to find the ball from when it's in the air is a huge struggle for Frederick.
I know they can't win those 50-50s, and it's clear right now that Frederick is kind of struggling. There's a lot of contact. Van Dyke's just going to keep playing and blocked that time by Frederick. Now can they have a chance to turn it down? Frederick really need to pass and move it around, but Schaefer got it pit-pocketed away, and Mead got it right back. Coming on through now, Mead. Beautiful save by Briggs. Shot goes way high. Sergio, what is your biggest key for Frederick right now? What can they do to try to get back in this game?
The formation. The formation is huge.
I mean, the one striker hasn't worked very well for them because they need numbers, and they haven't had many opportunities. Now's a chance here for Frederick. Can they get Rickman on a run? Rickman just a little too slow as Elena Gomez is flying defensively. Adler now. Sends it away. Open opportunity. That one
trying to hustle, but
too much. That one was very, very close for being an offsides call. Throwing for Frederick deep in their own territory now. Rule.
Absolute whiff.
Haas, what a pass. 1-2 from Mead. Blocked down by Rule. Frederick's got to get all over that ball and sends it on out.
Need better contact. Or communication, better communication.
Ryskova. Trying to make a play on it. Frederick right now trying to control. That middle of the pitch right now is very, very open. Mead has really put on the pressure and tried to push into the offensive attack. And Frederick just needs to find the holes and open up and make those opportunities happen.
They just need to find something in general. Some hope.
Some momentum, really. That's been, kind of the key. As Mead stepping way through Frederick, and Frederick just gets that one down. They're not going to win these 50-50 balls. So Frederick has to do better.
The striker just being too short.
Rickman just couldn't make the play there.
Yep.
That one goes out of bounds. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Mead up 1-0 against Frederick. Frederick turn it over once again.
A low stinger.
Frederick trying to send that one down and out. As Schaefer goes down. Tries to get her way back up. Blocked by Frederick's defense.
Schaefer's really having a rough game.
She's usually she's had opportunities. But like you said, she's kind of having a rough day at the office. She keeps, getting taken down. And she just can't find anything. nearing the final minute mark. Frederick can't meet it. Briggs all over it there. 40 seconds to go now in the half.
Just clear it. Just don't let another opportunity for another goal.
Yeah, you don't really want to let in a stupid goal right now. Bouncing around that back line right now for Mead. Doubleheader. Frederick trying to get underneath it and make a play on it, but Mead does a good job of controlling.
Just kick it out.
2 seconds now. As that'll do it for the first half. Frederick goes down 1-0. Still plenty of time to go here in the second half. But Sergio, what's been your biggest takeaway from that first half from Frederick?
My biggest takeaway, it's got to be the transition, or not the transition, the formation. It is horrid. Just because they need more people in the box. If they don't want to switch up the formation, they need to at least load the box when they have the ball up there.
Yeah, I mean, you're down 1-0. There's still plenty of time in that second half to get back and get going.
Yeah.
But overall, not a horrible first half for Frederick, but not really that many offensive opportunities for Frederick to go.
Yeah, possession's also a key thing for them right now. They've had less than 30% of the possession.
I think it might be less than that even. I mean, I think it might be about 25 or 20, maybe 15% of the possession. So really struggling right now. Really have to find their rhythm.
Yeah.
But still a whole second half to play.
Yeah. There's still a lot of hope. They're not far off.
As this presentation of halftime here for Frederick High School Girls Soccer is brought to you by Greg Zadell at Zadell Realty for the Zadell Realty halftime show. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Greg Zadell at Zadell Realty is your community-centered go-to person. Greg is a local realtor and broker who's been selling homes in the Carbon Valley area since 1980. He's an active supporter of the community, FHS, and a proud partner of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. If you need a realtor with a deep knowledge of the market, Greg Zadell is a great choice. Watch for his monthly real estate article in the Consumer Report, or email him, Greg at ZadellRealty.com. Greg Zadell and Zadell Realty, your community-centered realtor. As we had our own very own executive producer, Zoe Whitler, met with Zadell, and they played a little game of our twist on horse, as we'll take a look at that right now here.
What's up, Eagle Nation? Carly Evans here, alongside Zoe Whitler and Greg Zadell for the Zadell Realty halftime show. Today, we're going to be playing a game of house, similar to a game of horse. The rules are the same, but the only difference is if you answer the question correctly, then it equals a shot made. First one with all letters of the house loses the game.
I'll take a question instead of shooting this.
Okay, the first question is, what is the term for a loan used to buy real estate where the property itself serves as a collateral?
That's a mortgage. I better take another question.
Ooh, okay. Second question is, in real estate, what does the acronym MLS stand for?
Multiple listing service. Take a question instead of shooting this.
Okay. What is the process called when a property owner allows someone else to use their property for a specified period, often in exchange for rent?
They're leasing the property. Unless you want to raise the question.
I think I'm good.
HH. give me a question.
Ooh, okay. What is the difference between a real estate agent and a real estate broker?
So technically in Colorado, everybody's a broker, but most people are considered agents if they're working under a broker. I better take a question.
Okay. In what type of housing do residents own their individual units but share common areas and facilities?
A condominium or else common interest community. Jeez, I'm gonna have to answer a lot of questions. Okay, give me another question.
All right. What is the term for the increase in the value of a property over time?
Appreciation. Okay, another question.
Okay. What do we call a document that outlines the rights and responsibilities of a tenant and a landlord?
A lease. Better take a question.
Okay. What is the purpose of a home appraisal?
To set the value of the property to determine what the lender will loan on it. Okay, I'll take a question from here.
All right. What is the legal document that transfers ownership of real estate from one party to another?
The deed. Gotta make it tougher and tougher. Give me another question.
All right. What is the difference between a fixed rate mortgage and an adjustable rate mortgage?
So fixed rate mortgage, the interest doesn't change, and adjustable rate, it changes usually on an annual basis. So I choose to make you take a question and I shoot the basket. Question, please.
Okay. What is the role of a homeowners association in a residential community?
They take care of the common interest community and enforce the covenants and rules. Pressure. Take it over. They're gonna be the first one to get a house. Okay, pressure's gonna be on you. I'm gonna take a question.
Ooh, okay. What is the term for the initial payment by a buyer when oh Lord. Okay. When investing into a mortgage agreement?
The down payment.
Thank you so so much for tuning into the Greg Zadell halftime show. Greg, Zoe, great game. Greg came out on top. Zoe,
It's because
you
I
were
answered all
close.
the real estate questions. She
Hey,
knows how
he
to
was
play
being
basketball.
smart. He was speaking.
Back to you.
Guys, welcome back here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Ian McKedry. Alongside me is Sergio Marquez. Sergio, start of the second half coming up here soon. How we feeling?
I'm feeling good. There's been plenty of talking with Frederick. Mead is just warming up. They're just, doing a couple of drills. Just trying to see the flow.
Yeah, they're still trying to, kind of feel out the way the game's going to play. And
Yeah.
Frederick really has to find a way to get back to domination.
They need to find Mead's momentum and just cook.
I agree. As 7 seconds before we start this second half here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Your score here in Frederick is 1-0 Mead. So, Sergio, big start to the second half. What are you expecting from Frederick to come out doing?
I expect some changes from the aggressiveness and the aerials that they're trying to really.
They've really got to win those 50-50 balls. Without that, they struggle. And it's really been that struggle for Frederick, as they just really cannot find their footing, really.
Yeah, they have such little possession because of that.
As 1-0. As we're just waiting the start of the second half. 40 more minutes to play to decide the winner here. To decide the winner here in Frederick. Last year we went on the road to Mead. We got blown out at Mead. So right now, trying to get our get back after last year's loss.
She's on the run.
As Frederick already having to play defensive, as I think they've kind of switched up that formation now. I see 3 attackmen rather than they had the 1.
Hopefully it works better.
Mead on a push, trying to push the pace now against Frederick, as Frederick sends that one wide, opening up that opportunity. Frederick really has to find a way to open up opportunities, become that offensive team. They really have to push the pace. Mead controlling it on the wing now. As that ball gets sent on out. Look how far Mead's goalie is playing at, too. She is not really anywhere near her box. She's kind of standing
locked in.
She's standing at the 25-yard line. And so it's just Frederick, can they find a way?
Grab and shoot.
Grab and
That's
shoot.
how-
Yeah, I mean, boot it on down, but
Yeah.
you gotta get that shot close enough to open up that opportunity. We have seen Frederick score a goal like that. So let's see if they can do it. Moving it on the wing now. Frederick trying to turn the pace. But like we talked about momentum-wise, Frederick maybe only had like 20% of the possession.
Yeah. They really struggled with that. Hopefully they could change something up.
Yeah.
Complete passes, go safer options compared to best option.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of going a little aggressive, but not aggressive enough, if that makes sense. We're going too aggressive to where we can't control the pace, but we're going not aggressive enough to get more opportunities.
Yeah.
So we really have to find our way. Offsides called on Frederick. Mead sending it down from their back line. Here comes Mead down the wing, looking for the cross in the box. Frederick limits it.
Just not enough lob to the ball.
As we are back here, Frederick does a good job defending there, forcing Mead to tiptoe on the line and ultimately step over the line. On that corner, they went short with it. And so Mead now has to try to push the pace back into Frederick's offensive zone. But they've really taken that momentum out of that first half of keeping it going here in the second half,
Yeah.
staying with it.
Yeah, just staying on the ball, locking it up. And focus on passing. There's no reason to be running the ones.
Yeah, you got to open up some opportunities, really, and try to create a big thing, like you said. Not trying to force, really, the one-on-one situation, the ISOs, as me and Mason would call it. Other news outside of FHS soccer, the boys sadly did lose in that game, 8-4 against Broomfield. Did kind of rally back there in the 6th and the 7th, scored 4 runs in those 2 innings, but ultimately just cannot come away with the win. So that happened across the way from us. As here comes Mead again. Van Dyke running too much on that ball, so we'll open up a opportunity for Briggs once again for that goal kick. So, Joe, what are you seeing out of Frederick right now?
I see a huge change.
They seem like they're more aggressive, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, they're playing smart soccer, but they've also got to control. And we haven't really seen that much out of Frederick so far today. But if they can find it and really connect with one another, really, they might be able to find a way to net one here and ultimately try to win this one. Lead controlling it now. That ball sent from way outside, goes too far on the run. Frederick will get that goal kick once again. Seems right now with Mead, they're kind of toying with Frederick, sending shots from outside the box, trying to get Briggs, kind of off her ground and try to do something. Make Frederick make that mistake. Mead get that 50-50 ball once again. Shot from outside. Martinez's shot goes wide.
Just a little off.
As here, right now, Frederick trying to turn it now. Opening up that opportunity, and they just misread the ball there. Mead stepping ahead. That's going to be a Frederick throw, or it should be at least. They give it to Mead. I'm going to be honest.
Looking for the cross. Nope.
Ball outside for Mead trying to control.
Didn't fatten out.
As Mead has a wide open leg on that far side. Shot from way outside.
Top bins.
In the back of the net. Mead goes up 2-0.
An absolute banger from Mead.
Yeah, that was a nasty goal.
Left space open. Just booted it.
Well, there's Van Dyke, who absolutely booted that one from the grandstands. Beautifully executed shot. So now Frederick down 2-0. Need to really find something here. Find some rhythm. As that ball through. Offsides! Oh my goodness! Mead now pushing it up. Frederick keeping that pressure on, starting to get a little more aggressive, that frustration. Finally settling in. Offsides that time on Mead, as that was pretty clear.
Yeah, it was way past the last defender.
Frederick put that ball up in the air.
Oh.
Missed the header that time. Mead pushing it down the wing. No Frederick defenders in the vicinity.
Go. The hustle was real.
That shot, whoa. A little wide that time. Well, Sergio, if you're in Frederick's feet right now, you're down 2-0, still over a half hour to go. What are you doing?
Just pushing up, giving huge amounts of pressure onto Mead and just kicking it up when I see a player making a run for it.
I think communication kind of has to be the biggest factor right now. They're kind of struggling to communicate, find the openings, and make plays.
Yeah.
Briggs will get the goal kick once again. Rickman on the goal kick. That ball going out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for Mead. Throw in for Frederick. Now that ball goes straight back out of bounds. Throw in for Mead. Try to push the pace early, try to turn up and make something happen here. Mead turning the corner, blocked that time. Frederick now trying to open up an opportunity, turn it over immediately. And Mead now hold it at the midfield area, backing it to their backline defenders. It's Mead working it around, trying to go outside, and then backtracking now, trying to figure out where to go with it. Going to be a throw in for Mead.
Frederick super heavy on touch.
Yeah, Frederick really needs to find something. They haven't really been able to do anything in this half, and ultimately it's cost them a goal and a lot of possession time. That shot from outside goes wide there.
Frederick's also gonna stop loading just one player. Stop loading up one player and really spread your chances around.
Yeah, I feel like they got to move the ball better. They haven't really had an opportunity to try to score.
Intercept passes.
Exactly. I mean, they have to really find a way to do that. And they can't win that 50-50, even though there was 3 Frederick defensive players in the vicinity. As Mead just get it right back. Mead now. Backtracking that ball. Stepping into it. Van Dyke shot gets blocked. She was trying to go.
She fake shot.
She was trying to go from outside again. She goes from outside once again. Send it to the box. Few Mead players in there. Mistouched that ball.
Failed execution.
Frederick sent it on down. Rickman trying to chase that ball down. Good touch there from Mead. Just went out of bounds there. Ryskova checking in for Schaefer now. Throwing for Frederick. They really have to find something with this. Pollard threw it in. Frederick give it right back to Mead, and Mead comes away with it, taking it away. And now Frederick sends it down. Ryskova trying to send it to Rickman. Misread the read on the ball and turned that one over. I think right now Mead kind of just wants it more than Frederick, and Frederick is really struggling aggressively to try to stay with Mead. Mead has really become the overall better team. Rickman.
Yeah, Mead for sure has outpaced Frederick.
They've outpaced, kind of outplayed, and really have just been the better team. As here comes Mead down the far side. Looking for an opportunity now. Mead give it over to Frederick. Frederick trying to turn it around, kicking on out. Frederick trying to close off, wall off Mead from being there, but really nobody for Frederick there.
It worked.
Did work, sent it on out.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Madeline Wright met it. That ball sent, hobbling through.
He's playing tiki-taka, just super pass-focused.
Right on the other side of that Van Dyke pass, and Briggs just said, sent that one out.
What a beautiful cross.
So we have a goal kick now, or the corner kick, sorry. Corner kick. Corner kick from Mead. Nobody for Mead to get it. A bunch of hops, but no connection with the ball. As we will set it out of the pitch with Hunter Vickers. Hunter.
Thank you, Ian. I'm down here watching the game right now. And I was hearing from the coach before halftime of more like open shots, open passes and something. And a lot of things I'm seeing is like not open strong passes. And thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Hunter. Down there on the sideline, missed kind of a few of his hits. It's going to be a throw-in for Mead. It's Mead bouncing it around in Frederick's zone right now, trying to open up another opportunity, trying to make it 3-0. Chance here, Adler from outside.
Just making the separation more and more.
3-0 Mead.
Bless you.
As Frederick gets into that bench, trying to get some fresh legs on the pitch.
Just again with the separation from the ball, allowing space and time for another goal.
Yeah, Frederick right now is really, really struggling. They're not really on their pace. And, yeah, we haven't really seen much of Frederick offensively since the middle of that first half. Since then, it's been all Mead. Mead on the gas. Mead backtracking now.
As both teams gets tired, Mead's just playing possession now. They're not trying to give up the ball. Make any.
I mean, you let Frederick come back here. You let him score a 3. That would be absolutely crazy. But Frederick really has to defensively become a stronger team, and they have not done that tonight. Shot from outside, Mead. Just trying to get that cross in the back of the net.
Cross, but just not the right execution.
Rickman sends it on. And Mead. Mead trying to work it now, just chilling in the middle of Frederick's defense. Nice move. Adler trying to open up the scorecard. Just barely missed that one, trying to go for the hat trick. Mead on their horse now, trying to work it down the way. Beautifully sent ball to the box. Briggs trying to go corral that ball and gets there.
She was just chasing the ball around.
She hears the roars from the crowd, but can it really come to much? Down by 3 with 20 minutes to go. Frederick on the throw. Try to open up Mead now. Walking it in. Pushing that pace. Mead shot from outside. Missed it again.
Avery really needs to be on her toes.
Yeah, Avery's got to be careful. Substitutions now for Frederick. Goal kick from Frederick. Mead trying to win that possession right back.
Frederick just letting.
Me just barely missing there. Corner kick from Mead. Center of the box, trying to go for the header. Nobody there for Mead to connect. Frederick sends it on out.
Mead is just trying to get that header. They've done that multiple times, every time when they have the corner kick.
Yeah, those opportunities presenting themselves. Ball rolls on out. Corner kick from Mead, sent, trying to go far post. And there it is. Adler gets the hat trick.
Fortunately, but maybe just stepped out of the goal.
A little too early.
Yeah.
Still 18 minutes to play. Frederick down by 4. Sergio, what are you doing if you're Frederick right now?
Throwing up the white flag.
You're throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's not been a good one from Frederick today. Set Ryskova.
Something.
Trying to hustle. And Mead just beats her out. Here comes Mead once again. Pushing it, snuck past the line. Yep, that's going to be an offsides.
Mead has to watch the offsides. Be more careful.
I mean, you're up by 4.
I have to
Kind of just
wing it.
playing a little loosey-goosey. Mead in their own line now. Backtracking, trying to do something with it. Mead moving it behind their own line. Throwing for Frederick.
Frederick just clearing it. Just doesn't want any more balls in their net.
Here comes Frederick trying to open up some sort of offensive opportunity. Send that one out. Just hobbling around the midfield. Oh! Contact there. Just meeting at each other.
No foul called, though.
I mean, at this point, you're kind of just letting them play the game. .15.5 to go. Frederick needs to find a rhythm that they can do. Goal kick coming up from Frederick.
We should really try to go on a run. Try and put pressure. That's all
mean,
you could say.
That's all you really can do right
Yeah.
now.
Rough.
It's a rough going today
Yeah.
for Frederick. From outside now. Shot
Oh, my goodness.
in the net. Somehow, some way.
Absolute accidental goal.
There is no way that meant to go in.
Try to lob it up.
Oh my goodness.
Try to lob it up. Just. It worked.
Five, nothing Mead.
"14 minutes left. Hopefully, Frederick can just put their name on the board.
Five nothing. Mead. Maybe Frederick can try to score something. But nothing has really come for Frederick today.
We really need to tighten up, and
You can take this loss as kind of a learning moment for Frederick. Use it to improve your game for the next week.
see what you did wrong and fill in those gaps.
Exactly. I mean, you don't want to keep your head down. You just got to keep going. And Adler's going to net her fourth almost there. As Briggs is just being left hung out to dry right now. She can't really do anything. As Mead's going to get the corner kick. As Briggs got a fingertip on it, it looks like. Short corner. Stepping through. It's Frederick sending that one out. Corner kick coming up for Frederick. There's that corner kick from Mead, center of the box. Mead shot. And you guessed it. Into that once again.
Separation and those mistakes that they need to fill in those gaps just get worse and worse.
As Mead is doing the worm on the sideline. As it is 6-0 here in Frederick. And Mead is not letting their foot off the gas one bit.
If anything, they're getting faster. They're
They're
playing
getting
more
better.
aggressive. Yeah.
This is not Ben Frederick's game, nowhere near it at all. Oh, man. As Frederick clears it. Doing something positive there for Frederick. Mead
Frederick.
trying to do anything in their power to try to get an opportunity, but Mead is... Frederick hasn't even had a shot.
I don't think they've gotten it in the goalie's box.
They've had one shot this entire game. And Mead has just done such a tremendous job at limiting Frederick to really anything.
And an
that-
accidental goal.
Accidental goal, a hat trick. This is just
2 out of
brutal.
boxes. 3 out of boxes.
As Frederick almost had a chance there. As down goes a Mead player. Ref took a break trying to give a talking to Frederick. I don't know really why. That looked decently clean. Ball sent up and Mead chasing now.
Separation from the ball is just huge.
I mean, Mead also have really exposed Frederick's openings and opening gaps, and Frederick just has not been on their game today. Mead now.
Temperatures are dropping.
It's starting to get a little chillier out here now.
Try looking at the cross.
Ball inside the box, met by Frederick. Settle now, met by Mead. I think one of the biggest keys for Frederick
Next game?
going into the next game is those 50-50 balls in the air. You have to win those if you want a chance to win the game. They just kept getting beat constantly, so they just really cannot.
I think Avery also does it just so it relieves her from pressure, you know? It may
Yeah.
not be the best thing for her team, but it's the...
She does it. It's there.
Yeah.
As Frederick does a lot of substitutions. Subbing off those starters, same with Mead. Both teams really getting some substitutions.
Just hit it out of bounds.
Throw in for Mead now. As here comes Mead again, down the wing.
Looking for the cross.
Opportunity for Mead, if they can find a way. Mead with a corner kick now. Mead in the box, trying to control outside it. Just trying to find a chance to score another one.
Think they might shoot. Have space.
That's been the story for me tonight. I think they might shoot. Mead still just controlling that ball.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Shot from outside. Breaks corrals. If it ain't broke, do not fix it. $7:49 to go.
A missed touch maybe costing them a goal.
Yeah, Frederick has had they had that one shot that really could have,
Could have been the turning point.
but obviously it did not.
Because then they didn't have
They
a 6-0 separation. Still had a 2.
2-1
Yeah.
rather than nothing there. So they really haven't found anything today. Ball moving down that wing is 4.
Both teams now giving up. Just let the ball go.
Yeah, they're kind of just slowing down. Mead's really not trying to do anything less.
The speech from the beginning. It might have been one of those 9 that they win. Maybe next year.
Frederick trying to get a run here. Trying to open something. If you guys send it, Rickman just missed. As finally. Blick makes a play. We haven't really seen much from Blick tonight.
Missed the touch.
The crowd kind of said it all there. Just a lot of oohs and ahs.
5 minutes left.
On that back line now, Blick trying to send it on out, trying to open something for Mead to maybe net their 7th.
Just gonna clear it.
Frederick, or Sergio, what would you do if you're Frederick? If you're down 7 goals, if you go down 7?
Rewatch this film and see what we can do as a team to fix those mistakes.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, you need to find a way to settle in better and focus up more and try to become the better team next week. As hobbling off. 4:32 to go. This game, as you said, it's pretty much all but over now.
Substitute goal. You're gonna go get some minutes.
Oh. Well. Yeah. You know, it's always a nice time to get in some extra legs, get some practice in, get some varsity minutes. Yeah, Mead is going to sub that goaltender out, bring in somebody new.
Addison Blix is going out.
Yeah, Blick is going out. Fost looks like she's entering the game for Mead. Blick really didn't do much tonight. Kind of stuck in the net and didn't really get a chance to do.
Maybe this is the turning point.
Can Frederick net 6?
4 minutes.
4 minutes to try to get back into it.
Might go on an absolute run. You never know. Done it before.
We have done it before.
In FC.
Yeah, in FIFA. Mead. Just holding on to glory now. Up by 6. Just trying to prevent Frederick from trying to do really anything. The less and less you give Frederick, the more, down they're going to be after the game. That's really what Mead is trying to do right now.
Maybe there's something brewing.
Possibly a chance for Frederick to try to get something here. 3 minutes to go. Guy's trying to find Rickman. Couldn't find it there. Guy's doing a good job right now. Hearing a roar from the crowd. That ball goes out of bounds. As after tonight, Frederick's going to move to 2-9-1 on the year.
It's a rough year.
It's been a rough year, but it's kind of also a rebuild year for Frederick. Like we talked about early in the pregame, this team is a young team.
Yeah.
A lot of potential in the next few seasons. I mean, you have your best goal scorer is a freshman, so that really opens up the doors for many possibilities for the next few seasons. Your goaltender, sophomore. So I mean, you still have a lot of leeway with the team. You just have to.
They have a lot of possible outcomes for this team.
Yeah, you just have to stay consistent, stay smart, and utilize the team very well. Oh. as a minute 45 to go. Frederick down 6-0. As a night that has kind of turned into a
catastrophic
night for Frederick.
That's the word.
Oh, I mean, I think we had a little bit of fun up here.
Yeah, we did.
Obviously, we didn't get the win, didn't get the hype that we really wanted to.
Shaking some rust off after.
It's been a minute for you.
Yeah.
I haven't done soccer in a minute. Your last one we were talking pregame was wrestling,
Yeah.
and that was a while ago. As 52 seconds to go. Frederick, not the outcome you expected. Overall, I don't think they played a horrible game.
No, they really didn't. The first half, they were really
strong.
keeping it in the reach.
Yeah, first half was definitely the better half of the two, and then
Yeah.
second half kind of fell apart. But overall, not the worst possible outcome it could have been. Could have been worse. Obviously, not the best right now.
Played well. Need to fix up the chemistry for next year, for sure. Also, my keys, for sure. My keys is also a big thing.
So that'll do it here in Frederick. 6-0 Mead take the win. Sergio, it was an honor, even though not the honor we really wanted, taking the loss. But overall, a lot of positives for Mead. Frederick's got to take some of this work and recuperate and focus on the next one.
It went well.
Just a few things
It's a
to tidy
learning
up.
experience.
It definitely was, yeah. Tonight's broadcast of Varsity Girls Soccer between the Mead Mavericks and your Frederick Golden Eagles has been brought to you by the talented crew of students here on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I'm Junior Ian McKendry, alongside Junior Sergio Marquez. Our director for tonight's broadcast has been freshman Marcus Key. Our camera operators are Mason Jafronic and Tyler Hewitt. And the third member of our team down on the sideline is senior Hunter Vickers. Shout out to Corey Klimper being here tonight for our advising for tonight. For everyone at FHS, I've been Ian McKendry, and you've been watching the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.